Most people think wealth is loud, big cars, expensive vacations, flashy watches. But real wealth? It's quiet, almost invisible. And it's easier to achieve than most people think, if you notice the signs early. In fact, the people who are actually getting rich often don't even feel rich. They're too busy making small moves, day after day, building something bigger than themselves. If you've ever wondered whether you're on the right path financially, this video will show 7 subtle signs you might be quietly getting rich, even if it doesn't feel like it yet. And stick around for the final sign. It's the one that most people completely miss, even when it's staring them in the face. And that last sign will completely change how you think about wealth. By the end of this video, you'll be able to spot these signs in your own life. Some of them may feel familiar, some might surprise you. We'll break them down in a way that's easy to recognize. You'll see that wealth isn't always about flashy stuff or a big bank balance. It's about patterns, habits, and choices that quietly stack up over time. Let's start with sign number 1. This first sign looks boring, but it's secretly the foundation of wealth nobody talks about. And ignore it at your own risk. It's quietly building your freedom right now. This is where your spending doesn't run ahead of your income and is referred to as spending below your means. This isn't about clipping coupons or pinching pennies. It's about choosing your spending with purpose, buying what you value, skipping what doesn't matter. You don't feel the need to impress anyone. Your lifestyle costs less than what you earn. That extra room in your budget, that gives you options. It's what allows you to save, invest, and say no to things that don't match your goals. And here's the interesting part. Most people only notice this effect years later. Boring choices now equals big rewards later, even if you don't see it yet. It compounds over time. It's freedom disguised as boring choices. This quiet control over your money is the foundation of real wealth. It starts before the bank balance looks impressive, and it builds a foundation no one can take away. Later, we'll see a sign that even most wealthy people overlook, and it's all about how you think about money.
Sign 2. You think long-term. You plan for decades, not days. This invisible habit quietly separates those getting rich from everyone else. Most people chase instant gratification, like the next bonus, the next hot stock tip, or trendy side hustles. But not you. You're looking at the long game, investing steadily, building skills that last, and cultivating relationships that pay off over years. You're patient because you know that slow, consistent effort eventually beats sudden luck. You've learned that overnight success is mostly a myth. And here's a secret. This long-term mindset sets you apart from 90% of people, but most don't even realize it. And in the next sign, you'll see how thinking long-term quietly protects you from money stress before it even arrives. Sign 3. You have a financial buffer and you don't feel the need to brag. Ever notice how some people never panic when life throws curveballs? Paychecks are no longer stressful. Bills don't cause panic. Emergencies don't throw you off balance. There's cash tucked away, ready to cover whatever comes up. It's not about hoarding. It's about control. If your income stopped tomorrow, you'd handle it without a meltdown. Most people only discover the power of a financial buffer after a crisis. You've built yours before it became urgent. Keep watching because the next sign shows how your spending habits reveal real wealth in action. Sign 4. Something subtle happens when you quietly get rich. You make more money, but your expenses don't explode. Here's a counterintuitive truth. The richer you quietly get, the less flashy your life looks. You resist the urge to inflate your lifestyle, and most people around you might not even realize how much you earn. Why? Because wealth isn't built by what you make, it's built by what you keep. Every time you resist inflating your lifestyle, you widen the gap between income and spending. That gap, that's your wealth engine. Most people miss this, and from the outside, you might even look boring. But that's exactly how quiet wealth grows. And later, we'll see how this gap plays into one of the most invisible forms of wealth, one you might already have but rarely notice.
Sign 5. Money is no longer the target. It's a tool. Most people think more money equals more happiness, but this hidden shift changes everything.
Instead of obsessing over a number in your account, you ask, what can money do for me? What life am I trying to create? This mindset shift is subtle but powerful. You pay for convenience like systems that save time, in quality over luxury. You focus on returns, not appearances. This mindset separates those who quietly get rich from those who chase money endlessly, because wealth isn't about accumulation, it's about what it allows you to do. The next sign might feel strange. It's about a feeling that many overlook. Sign 6. Money is no longer the main topic in your life. You're starting to get bored talking about money. This one feels weird, but boredom here is actually a signal of success. When you're struggling and money dominates your life, every decision feels like a math problem. Every purchase is a mini drama. But when you've built quiet wealth, money becomes background noise. You've built systems, automated savings, investments that run themselves. Now your focus shifts to life, family, projects, passions, legacy. And that's when life starts getting interesting. Boring? Yes, but boring money often leads to an exciting life. And here's the twist. Boredom itself is a signal that you've leveled up, even if it doesn't look flashy on the outside. And the final sign? It measures true wealth in a way dollars never can. Sign 7. The ultimate hidden form of wealth. You feel rich in time, not just money. If you think money is the ultimate measure of wealth, this last sign will completely change your perspective. Most trade time for money constantly, but when your systems work and finances stabilize, time becomes the most valuable currency. You can choose rest, creativity, or focus instead of urgency. Paying for convenience becomes a tool, not a luxury. You say no more often. You feel rich even if your bank balance isn't headline news. This is why real wealth isn't just numbers. It's how free you feel when you wake up in the morning, how you control your day, and how much of life you can enjoy without stress. Notice these small daily choices. Each one quietly adds years of freedom to your life. If you recognize just one or two of these signs in your life, you're already on the path most people never find. Quietly, steadily, you're building something no one can take from you. Wealth doesn't always feel like fireworks. Most of the time, it's the quiet choices, skipping impulse buys, saying no when everyone else says yes, and making uncomfortable choices today so your future self thrives. So what's the one small choice you're making today that your future self will thank you for? Drop it in the comments. If this video gave you a fresh perspective on money, like, comment, and subscribe. Your click doesn't just support the channel, it helps more people discover these ideas and start building their own quiet wealth. And if you want to see the real foundation behind this quiet wealth, don't miss the next video, 7 Habits of the Quietly Wealthy. It's the mindset side of money most people ignore, but it's the real foundation of lasting wealth. See you there.